Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Aussie Footy Show Extra SANFL. Let's get it underway. So, welcome back all, and well, we got some big announcement to let you all know. The men's league is having a week off as they due to state football, which was the South Australia versus Western Australia, which was held on the 17th of May at the Adelaide Oval. But before we get deeply into that, we do have the SANFLW, which I will share very soon, with into round 8 with all 4 games, with the first 3 games was played on the 17th of May, then 1 game on the 18th of May. The first game of the SANFLW is the Galileo Tigers take on Central District. We got the second game. It's North Adelaide Roosters take on West Adelaide Bloods. Third game, it is the North Leggy take on Woodville West Torrens. Eagles are absolute dominating on top of the ladder. And the final game was actually on the 18th of May. It's South Adelaide versus Sturt, the Double Blues. Now, before we actually get into the SANFLW, I will now like to share the state was held in South Australia, Adelaide Oval, which is so let's get into it. So I'm not really why I didn't pay attention much about this one. Unfortunately, Western Australia took a very nice 5-goal victory, 13-8-86, defeated South Australia big brave ever 8-8-56. So South Australia came out really strong. Then Western Australia took a 3-2 in the second quarter, 1 goal to South Australia, 5 goals to Western Australia, and 3-3 to make it even. But unfortunately, South Australia cost them a 5-goal victory, and they started all right. But unfortunately, well done to Western Australia. They did so well. Come to Adelaide, not easy to do a trip like that. So well done on that. So now that's all done and dusted, we will now return back to the SANFL men very soon. We will now share the results of the SANFLW. So, wow, round 8, all done and dusted. Where is the year gone so quick? And I've got to say, well done to all the winners. Now, we've got a little bit of a tech. Now we're back on the air. So, there's been some biggest upset. And the first game is Glenelg versus Central District. And I got to say, wow, I went nowhere. I think I went for Glenelg on this. And I'm not too sure. If you listen to my reviews and thoughts and all the SANFL news and for the SANFLW, and I chose Glenelg on this. Wow, I'm just not too surprised that. But well done to Glenelg, 7-7-49 to 7-4-46, 3-point victory. That is a big win, and they're finally on the win after those awful losses. They're just one step better now. Good. Well done to Glenelg with the win. We had North Adelaide and West Adelaide Bloods, and well done to North Adelaide taking the win over West Adelaide with the North and Woodville West Torrens Eagles. Clear, I chose Woodville, even though I'm a North supporter. Unfortunately, North got absolutely defeated. Before we get into that game, I do apologise. 5-4-34, North Adelaide 4 behinds West Adelaide, and 7 behinds North to 8-9-57. Woodville West Torrens clear favourites to win the flag, and they want to make a proof meant to do that. In the final game, it was South Adelaide 9-9-63, 3-2-20. So that is all your results and done and dusted. We just quickly go through the ladder, and boy, the ladder is starting to look very much clear on who is going to be first and second. Nothing from there. So we'll go into the bottom half of the ladder with Glenelg with their first win over Central District. Well done. 1 wins, 7 losses. We got Norwood and West Adelaide with 2 wins, 6 losses. We got the Central District Bulldogs, 3 wins, 5 losses. Sturt Double Blues were coming to the top 4. They go fourth with 4 wins, 4 losses. North Adelaide 5 wins, 4 losses. And this is big. This comes big. South Adelaide 7 wins, 1 loss. 8 wins, no wins. 8 wins, no losses, no draws. Woodville West Torrens. Now we just quickly go down to round 9. It being a wonderful journey, but it is Norwood. They take on Central District. So all games are playing on the 24th of May. So I think really I will just back up Norwood for this. Even they got absolute belt and mine. be Nord and just want to go for them, and I think they'll get the job done. Heads up Nord, you can do well. Back at Coopers for the second time in a row. We go to the second game. Thomas Farms Oval, Sturt take on North Adelaide, and once again, well, North Adelaide's taking the win. Sturt gained absolute front, but I think between these two sides, there's only one win, one loss, the difference, and I think the mighty Double Blues, Sturt Double Blues, will take the win. They're very good at Sturt. So it is the game of the round. Before we get to that, we'll get to Glenelg and West Adelaide. So I'm going to share the Glenelg and West Adelaide, and both teams I'm really struggling on. Glenelg on the third straight home game in a row, and I think Glenelg will take this win. But getting back to this is the game. It's going to be one of the hardest games tip, and I'm going to go for one upset. Even down at Woodville, I really want to see this as a victory, but my thought is I'm going for South Adelaide, the Premiers. They are good for a reason, but you don't know with Woodville West Torrens Eagles, you don't know what's going to expect, but I think South Adelaide's going to take that win, and they'll win just. So there you have it, all my predictions for round 9 and all the round 8 reviews and thoughts and wow factors of that. So we're now going to head into the men's competition, just the restrictions of who I think should win these games. And well, we start off on a Friday night on the 23rd of May at 7:40 Nord Oval. That is South Australia time. And I will got to say Nord take on Central District. The best one is going to be a really good test for Nord, because why I'm saying that is their last two Ds play, Nord absolute defeated Centrals, and I really think Nord will come out absolutely on top, get their first home win on the board, and do that well. So Nord for me. Port Adelaide and North Adelaide, look, knowing that this is the first out of Saturday clash, we all play on that 24th of May, and we got some big games to play, and I've got to say this one's down at Port Adelaide. I'm going with North Adelaide. They should take the win, and that's where I'm going to go for. The next one is Glenelg and West Adelaide, and I've got to say Glenelg, the Premiers, are just struggling a little bit, but West Adelaide bottom of the ladder. And I don't know, but I think Glenelg should take care of West Adelaide. So the next one is going to be a mother game of the round in my thoughts. It is the Double Blues take on the LA Crows Reserve, also on the 24th of May. It's the 2:30 out of 2 slots. We'll share the last one very shortly. So look, I really like to see another upset. I'm going for the LA Crows, but I'm not going to say with Sturt. I think they are going to be the team to look out for this year. They're 100% hard as it is. They're competitive. They play great 4 quarters of football, and I think this will be a massive test for the Sturt Double Blues. You know, LA Crows defeated Woodville West Torrens, so LA could done it, but staying with the Sturt for that game. And we go to the last game, Woodville West Torrens and South LA Panthers, and this is played down at Woodville. Now, gotta say, disappointing performance from South LA Foot. They'll be in the contest more often than, back on the road again, and they take on Woodville West Torrens. And look, I'm going to say with Woodville West Torrens, I think they'll do really well. They're home, they'll have their home crowd, and they'll do really well, and they're very hard at home as well. So my tip is Woodville West Torrens. I'll share my footy tips for this round 7 men's SANFL Host Plus. Here we go. North defeated the Central District. North Adelaide over Port Adelaide. We'll have Glenelg defeating West Adelaide. Sturt over Adelaide Crows Reserves, and Woodville West Torrens over South Adelaide Panthers. So there you have it. There you have it in big time. So extra. That's why I called extra episode. So that is all right now. I would like to let you all know, as you share, you may seen a big announcement here on the BJ Show podcast. Where you can listen to is Apple Podcasts and Spotify, whenever you get your podcasts. But this is a big goal I'd like to share, is we need to get 1,000 downloads at least in 30 days, and we are on 933 downloads at this point, which is known for 67. That's all. as the time I record this episode. So all you have to do is press play on your favorite episode if you have not yet to listen to, and make sure you listen to wherever you get your podcast, wherever you get it. So thank you so much for your support, and my goodness, thank you for listening, even your support of knowing the BJ Show in general. But make sure you listen to an episode. It goes a long way, I tell you. But anyway, that's all for here now from the BJ Show. Thank you so much for your listening. So stay tuned for the international agenda. We got the Aussie Footy Show Part 1 and 2 from your host BJ and your co-host Aidan Barry. As well, we'll share all the reviews and thoughts for the first week of the Sir Douglas Nicholas round and round 2 restrictions and who will win. So Sir Douglas is an Indigenous, a bit more want to know about the names of these teams. I do apologise, I do not pronounce their names when I do share my thoughts. I do apologise, that is a bit difficult to pronounce of my ability, so I do apologise, but they are on the AFL app. You can totally look at that. I really appreciate that. Anyway, thank you so much. That's all for now. Stay tuned for more episodes. Peace out. The BJ Show is out. Bye for now.